Ah, and this man, a man of many words, a man who deserves to be recognized for all that he does for our shul, Rabbi Avi Miller. Please say a few words about our honorees and perhaps even about yourself and your family.
First of all, I just want to say,
Hands off the mic.
I really love what you're wearing. What are you wearing?
Little change of pace.
I'm saying, what's your designer? Who's your designer?
Oh, this is Boss.
This is Boss.
Totally Boss.
Well, you look Boss.
Well, thank you.
You look Boss. I want to wish a mazel tov to June, and to Tzvi, and to Stephanie, and to the entire shul for being able to come in together after a really tough year and a half. That we're here together. Sarah! I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, Rabbi, all of a sudden you're not a man of too many words. Generally you've got a lot to say.
Well, you know what? We've got a big smorgasbord over here.
All right, he's dying to get in there and eat.
Thank you so much, Danny, for playing MC.
You're very welcome. Enjoy. Enjoy. And look who we have here. Rachel and Avi Korngold. Wow. The two of you look absolutely phenomenal.
By the way, just to bring it here.
This was the rabbi's joke. They happen to live across the street.
We actually have a good friend next door who is 5 pounds limousines. He could have definitely driven us.
Well, you know what? I got to say, you guys look extremely, lovely. And I got to know, Rachel, who are you wearing this evening?
Vince Camuto.
Oh, my. Vince Camuto. And you?
Oh, I don't know. Just a regular Jay-Z shoe.
Jay-Z, okay. And a few words for our guests of honor?
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Rachel, you're never shy. What is going on here?
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
All right, fantastic. And who's babysitting tonight?
They are babysitting themselves.
That is ideal. As the kids get older, they just take care of themselves. Enjoy your evening, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Do you like what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
Is it funny?
Yeah.
It is kind of funny, isn't it? Listen, cutie patootie, we got some people coming down the red carpet right now. Oh no, you're not avoiding the red carpet. Oh no, you're not. But I love that clutch. The shoes, the clutch. I mean, you got to do the. Oh, it clashes. She happens to be right. And who are you wearing this evening?
Altazura.
Altazura. All right, at least she knows. And you? You could have said,
idea.
"This is your husband." You could have said, "I'm wearing my husband."
Would that have sounded appropriate at shul dinner?
I don't think so.
You wouldn't be the first.
I like the
Hands off the mic, bro.
You handed it to me, buddy.
Couple of words for our honorees.
Sure. Mazel tov, everyone. Special mazel tov to June. We're very proud of you, and we're very excited to be part of your simcha.
Fantastic. Thank you. And you?
I second that. Ditto.
Ditto. Fantastic. Enjoy your evening. Take care. Be well. It's like she's, this is old Frank Sinatra type stuff going on here.
How are you?
How are you guys?
Good.
The Wernicks, Rochelle, Bruce. How are you guys?
Good to see you guys. We're fine, thank you.
Both looking fantastic. Now tell me, who are you wearing this evening? Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. You do realize this is being broadcast around the world.
All over the world, yes.
A few words for our guest of honor.
Lots of mazel, lots of simchas. I usually would follow that up with a lot of tuchas, but I don't think that's appropriate.
Have a great evening.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Well. Look who we have here. Don't you guys look lovely? That strut down the red carpet. A few words for our honorees, perhaps.
Mazel tov to June and Stephanie and Svi. You guys have meant so much to Beth Sholom, and we're very proud to be here with you.
Well, really well said. Thank you. And you?
I just ditto. Same thing.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Typically you're somewhat creative.
That's it.
Not tonight? What are you looking forward to this evening?
A fine time, mixing with everybody, seeing people I haven't seen in a long time.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yes.
It's nice to have another shul dinner, isn't it?
Yes. It's nice to be together.
All right, just keep calm and, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. He's got issues. I don't. Talking about me?
No.
Who are you talking about?
You're not mean enough.
I'm not mean enough? You mean
her, the honoree?
And what do we have to say? What do we have to say about her?
We have to say so many nice things, because if we don't say them, we're in trouble.
You better say some nice things.
Okay.
Get
Here
to
we
it.
go.
Get to it, because we got people behind
All
you.
right. So I just want to say what an honor it is to be here, and what a fantastic idea to honor June. All right, and I hope that I am saying it exactly the way June would like me to say it.
That's what counts, isn't it? And look who we have here. Well, we have a couple extra, folks coming by, the Sternbergs. How are you?
Alana Sternberg.
Hi.
Alana, like I've never met Alana. Never met her. She's your better half.
She's my better half. She's an OG Beth Sholom person. She's here since 1970.
We don't use dates.
Huh?
We're thinking 1987.
I was born in 1975. So,
No, you don't say that.
hello. You want to be
All right,
on TV?
so
You want to be on TV?
I'm gonna ask one of those red carpet questions of
Sure,
you.
sure.
Who are you wearing this evening? Because you're looking mighty fine.
I'm wearing a Coley fashion, Brooklyn, New York.
And you, Alana?
And me, I don't custom.
Custom. Ooh, always a good thing. Any words for our honorees?
Custom is Kmart.
Yeah, mazel tov to all the honorees on this really, really great honor, and continue
Out of the house.
to inspire the community, everyone around us, and only the best.
Perfectly said. Thank you. And you, Eric?
Good job, Danny.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Where's the bar?
Bar's back center. Can't miss it. Right after the cameras. What do you want? What do you want? It's a good thing you're adorable. I think I'm done. There's enough, right? There's enough people here. Yeah, I'm gonna catch those people. Huh? Because it's one of those things to help honor everybody.
And Steph, that's the real reason that I'm here. I'm so proud of them, and I was very excited to come tonight. And I saw my old next door neighbor, Judy Fiedler.
I don't know that honoree. I know the other honoree, June, who is a long-standing friend and a wonderful human being. And I'm only devoted to the community, to her children, to her friends, the community at large. And it's a privilege to be here. And
We've definitely chosen some good honorees. We really have. Those for the young, those for the not so young, like myself included.
I balance
But for the beautiful as well, like you.
Yes, I balance both sides.
There you go. Good seeing you, Cal. All right. Well, here we have the hostess with the mostest, the woman who has made this all happen for years. I mean, I don't even know how many years. How many years has it been?
I've been doing the dinner for years.
10 years of absolutely incredible events. Melody Sharf, the Sharf family, big supporters of our shul, big supporters of the community, big supporters of Am Yisrael. Am I right?
Yes, you are correct.
Thank you for
Thank
all that you do for us.
Thank you. Look at this. Look at the turnout we got. This is beautiful.
It's absolutely amazing.
A little bit normalcy. We're back to normal, hopefully.
A little bit, for a little while.
For a little while. Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this.
My pleasure.
What?
So here we have the fights. They tried to, I'll wait for the camera to adjust itself. So, you know, it's pretty interesting. The fights decided they were going to circumvent the red carpet, but they didn't realize that this camera moves along with me. So, a few words for honorees. Ellie?
I was there. I was just too tall. You missed me.
Too tall. Absolutely. You're definitely somebody I would miss very easily. Neil?
What? I was too short.
Pay attention to the camera. Say a few words.
Mazel tov,
A few words. Mazel tov. What?
How does it feel to be put on the spot? Awesome. Enjoy yourselves, guys.
I would say effing, but time. Let's get perfect. Mazel tov to you. Steph, and I love the little Allie. I forgot the other one's name, but Mazel tov to you all. You did a good, and it's so wonderful to all us to be back. We had a release. We had something to let out for so long, being not
It's
together.
Been a while. It's been a while.
Great. It's a loose crowd. Everybody's having a good time. Don't stop the party!
Alan, thank you very much. We do appreciate it. Thank you, Alan. Mr. Jesselson, you know what? We figured we'd ask you a couple of more questions.
Sure.
What is your favorite part about me?
I can't say it out loud.
Oh, that was good. We're going to go to find somebody. I am looking for a specific person. Let's find them. She thought I was joking. I told you I'd bring the camera. I told you I'd make it happen. So here we have Ches. Ches, get over here. Get over here. You're not getting away from this. It's really happening. We first of all want to thank you for coming. We want you to at least say a few words about the honorees.
I'm sorry, who?
A few words about the honorees. A few words about this
people.
evening. No, you
Amazing
got to wait
people.
for the mic to come to your mouth.
Amazing, amazing people. I love the shul. I love the people in the shul. Couldn't ask for a better place to daven every day, every week, every day, every Shabbos. My wife joins me.
Legit. The word of the century. Legit. All right, so now we're gonna go with the mom over here. A few words about the shul.
Okay, so the shul is amazing.
Hands
incredible.
off the mic.
Share it.
Hands off the mic.
Sharing is caring. Big Papa, he's the man. I gotta give him hands down. He's really like always stylish, always nice. Every time I come in, so welcoming. I'm from Flatbush.
Let's talk about you, what you're wearing, and the honorees.
Okay, so first of all, I'm wearing newborn. Hello, with YSL. And honestly, like thank you so much for having us. We feel really welcome and at home. Really like amazing shul, amazing people, and we're so proud to be a part of this community and Bet Knesset. We love you.
Well, thank you for the kind words. We do appreciate it. Now, before we go, Ches, tell me, what is it about me that you love most?
The bow tie.
He just can't find the right words because there are too many. There are too many.
The bow tie.
The bow tie? Okay, we'll take it. Thank you so much. Enjoy the evening, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks, Beth.
I'm sorry to do it. We'll give it back to you afterwards. No, I don't need this, do I?
Yeah, you do.
No.
Different mic.
So, where's the on-off? Is there an on-off?
Hello. Can everyone please be seated? We'd like to begin. Can everyone please be seated? We'd like to begin. Thank you. We'd like to begin. Oh, can you please rise for the anthems?
Excuse me? Do you want it? You don't want it? No. I don't know what key you think.
Kolo de balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulefate mizrach kadima ayin litzion Sophia. Od lo aveda tikvatenu ha-tikva b'shenat alepayim liot amechovshi be'aretzenu Yeretz Zion Yerushalayim Liot amechovshi be'aretzenu Yeretz Zion Yerushalayim. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Hello. Hello. We'd like to begin. I need everybody's quiet, please. Can everybody sit down, please? I can't really speak of everybody speaking, so unless you want this program to be longer than it already is, can you please quiet down? Good evening, everyone. It's really a pleasure to actually see all of you here tonight's dinner in person, and to those watching at home, we hope to see you all next year. What a wild year it has been between all the quarantines, all the mask wearing, and finally everyone able to be getting vaccinated. I hope and pray we are on the other side of this as cases continue to decline in New York. I want to wish a mazel tov to our honorees this evening, to June Diamond, our Distinguished Service Awardee, and to Stephanie and Svi Kaplan, our Young Leadership Awardees. Thank you for all that you do for our community, and will continue to do so for our shul and our community. As the saying goes, it takes a village to do a shul dinner, and that's exactly what it was this year. So many family and friends of our honorees stepped up and helped make this, our in-person dinner, a reality. You know who you are, and my deepest gratitude for all your help. However, I would be remiss if I didn't mention our exceptional office staff, Michael Novick and Chaya Miller. Everyone knows we wouldn't have had this beautiful dinner without the two of them. Also wanted to give a shout out to Mauricio Campo, who takes care of everything else having to do with our shul. Thank you for your help. A new addition to our in-person dinner is our red carpet this year. Thank you to Danny Tawil, who is always helping us with the latest technology and his newest position tonight as red carpet host along with Rabbi Hain. You both did an awesome job. And now I would like to introduce a man who needs no introduction, our own Ben Brafman.
Thank you, Melody. It's good to be back, and I want to welcome all of you. For this magnificent dinner, and Linda and I are very grateful to all of you for coming to celebrate our 50th anniversary. All right, let me try again. I want to thank all of you for coming to celebrate Morty and Jenny becoming grandparents. All right, so we'll get back to the actual program. This is an interesting evening, and I want to welcome all of you. It's been a long, hard year for all of us, and it's nice to see all of you again. And I think being together, even though it's outside, there's a nice atmosphere. And kol hakavod to all of you who came out tonight to pay respect to June Diamond and to the Kaplans. And thank you, Melody, for always doing such an exceptional job. So June Diamond, who's getting the Distinguished Service Award tonight, she and her late husband, Jeff Levinson, who many of us remember, they moved into Lawrence in 1973. That's like a lifetime ago. And for many of you, it is a lifetime ago. And for the minute they moved in, they started working for Beth Sholom. So she really earned this tribute tonight. Whereas our young couple, they moved in 2 weeks ago. And we're giving you an award. I used to belong to a shul where you had to devote your entire life to a shul before you got honored. Here, 20 minutes, you get an award. No, they really are deserving because they have Hallie, and Hallie is like a child of the shul. All right, so I got to tell you, it's been an interesting year. And for me in particular, as a criminal defense lawyer, I want to tell you, I get a lot of strange calls and emails and cards, and I got a call this year from a man who is serving 20 years for bank robbery. And it was not my client, but he's doing 20 years. And he writes to me and he says, read this clipping and tell me what I did wrong. At my trial, they introduced a mask that was in my backpack, and that's what convicted me. And here's a clipping that says, in every bank in New York, masks are mandatory. What can you do with that news? And I wrote back and I said, nothing. Nothing. Enjoy your time in prison. Be careful. When you get out, masks will no longer be mandatory, hopefully. So I just want to highlight a little bit of June Diamond's life in Beth Sholom. She does everything for Beth Sholom. She does legal work for Beth Sholom. She does legal work for half of the people here. And she does legal work for the Polevsky family, who are half of the people here. So I want to tell you, though, I remember Jeff, and I remember June, and to be honest with you, they were good friends, and June is still a good friend, and it gives me great honor to be part of a tribute to June. So, kol hakavod for all you've done for this shul and for this community, and you should live and be well at Me'av Yesrim, June. And in all seriousness to Tzvi and Stephanie, we kid you because you're young and you're cute and you're handsome and you're pretty, and many of us started out that way. So when you look around the room, you could see yourself in some of the old people here. But you don't have to do that. You have to stay vibrant, and your continued efforts on behalf of the shul are a tribute to all of the young couples who move in, and they should learn from you and not just take from Beth Sholom, but give back in every way that they can. So congratulations on this honor. So we've gone through a lot of transformation this year. We went from a cantorial concert where we had the greatest cantor in the world, Helfgott, to Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is one of the raffle tickets that if you win, one of your children could go to this. And the thing I would like to know is not who's going to win, who donated these tickets? Don't embarrass, raise your hand. I'd like to see who had Justin Bieber tickets. Okay. Who is it? Okay. All right. He's the assistant cantor in the Hampton Synagogue. Some things never change. Alan is front and center, and he's already drunk. So he's not. He told me to say that he's drunk because people don't know who he is anymore. All right. I'm not going to do anything more tonight until we close, but it's my honor to introduce, a man who, throughout this difficult year, has made Beth Sholom continue to function on less money than we've ever had before, and he has managed to do it. So I think we all owe a round of applause to Barry Gurvich. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. As Ben and Melody both said, what a year it's been. Just a couple of months ago, we couldn't have even dreamed of having an in-person dinner. Yet here we are, we're all together, and it feels great. Planning a shul dinner always takes hard work and coordination, but even more so this year. With a tent venue, with streaming, with a DJ, and everything else that's involved in that. Fortunately, this year we had an expanded committee who really pitched in, chaired ably by Melody as always. Melody really stepped up her game this year, and she did it with grace and with efficiency. While she already thanked the committee in general, I do want to make a shout out to a few of the people that really made a difference this evening. First of all, I want to thank Bruce Schneider, who took the lead on all things technology. And thank you to his colleague Devin and his crew in the back. As Melody said, to Danny Talwil, who not only helped in the technology, but we convinced him to be our master of ceremonies on the red carpet. As I said before, we had to twist Danny's arm to take the mic. Now we're going to have to twist his arm to take the mic back. To Shai Gassner, and I'm sorry to do it after Ben made that introduction, who was in charge of all the raffles, including Justin Bieber. And also to Tracy Shore, helped Melody with the tent and with the catering. As Melody mentioned, again, a shout out to my dear friend and colleague Michael Novick, to Chaya Miller, and to Diana Orenstein, who took care of the virtual journal, and to Mauricio, who we couldn't do it without him and his team. We're so fortunate to have amongst our membership someone like Ben Brofman, who adds both class and humor to our dinner every year. I want to make a shout out to two of our members who are providing their professional services for us this evening. First of all, Spencer Katz of Prestige Caterers, and Avi Borzana, who is our DJ this evening. I always knew that our shul could not function without the dedication of so many of our lay leaders. This past year highlighted that fact more than ever. I think we could all be proud of the way we navigated these difficult months and how we kept our community together and in touch. I want to thank all the members of the executive board, and in particular our chairman of the board, my friend Alan Heller, and our security committee led by Dan Plout and Jeff Rosenberg, who are on call tonight. I want to welcome our new sisterhood presidents, Nancy Stein and Yael Mandel. And we thank the outgoing presidents, Hindel Jesselson and Ann Slikowski. And a special thank you to our spiritual leadership who guided us through and took us out of these difficult periods, led by Rabbi Hain and Rabbi Miller, along with the rest of our professional leadership, Rabbi Ben-Nun, Rabbi Wein, Rabbi Weberman, Rabbi Fogel, Chazan Kaplan, Ariel Bakor, and Eitan Friedman. And I also want to welcome our recently hired youth director, Lisa Fishbein. Some of the hard work I talked about for our shul is very visible. You all see who the people are, who's doing the work. And a lot of it is done completely behind the scenes. And that's why I think it's really perfect tonight we're honoring the people that we are, June Diamond and to Tzvi and Stephanie Kaplan. Only after I became president did I learn just how much June Diamond does for our shul. And she does it quietly, she does it professionally, and we have fun doing it together, and it's been a pleasure. Tzvi and Stephanie are always front and center with their leadership in so many aspects of our shul, and it's been an honor and pleasure working with them and with Hallie as well. So I want to thank everyone for attending this evening and making this really, truly a special evening. And I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the evening, whether they're with us in person or they're via our live stream. And I want to finally call up our Mora Da'asa, Rabbi Hain. Thank you.
It's all yours. Thank you. Thank you. So, Al Rishon. This year, the success of our shul is in so many ways due to the work of Barry Gervich. We've had remarkable leadership for generations in Beth Sholom. Barry and Alan and all of the board and all of those who've pitched in. It's truly been remarkable to see how our shul came together and really never missed a beat, never missed a davening. And I know from other rabbis that they did not get that kind of lay support that I was blessed to have together with all of our rabbis. And we are extremely grateful, and that's why I think our shul is going to come out even stronger from this difficult time. So I just want to share a brief thought. We've come out of a very difficult time, as we all know, and I think the exuberance and the joy that we feel tonight is really well-deserved. We owe it to ourselves to celebrate. A difficult time, a terrible, terrible, tragic time of loss. We've lived through recently an Israeli-Palestinian conflict, growing anti-Semitism. And I was thinking this week about a thought that I heard from Rav Soloveitchik, Zichrono Livracha, I think in 1973, prior to the Yom Kippur War. He told the story that the Prime Minister of Romania came to visit Anwar Sadat in mid-73. And he told Anwar Sadat, because everybody, I think, except the people of Israel, knew that there was going to be a war later that year in 73, namely the Yom Kippur War, and said, be careful. Sadat said, I'm not worried. He said, why? He pulls out a newspaper, and the newspaper was a front page picture of one young Israeli who had been killed in a terrorist attack. And Sadat said, his name was Ceausescu, I think. Ceausescu is from Romania. What was his name? Ceausescu. Okay. And Sadat said, I'm not worried. Any nation that worries this much about one young man dying, we can beat them. And Ceausescu said, just the opposite. Any country that values a life that much will not be defeated. At the time, Israel had no idea the Yom Kippur War was going to happen. But I would say that is truly the spirit I would hope that we all have about our future. We are blessed in our shul not only to value every life, and we try, and many, many people during the pandemic who are here tonight worked very hard to make sure that anyone who was isolated, anyone who couldn't get out of their home or their apartment was reached and comforted. And we thank all those who did that diligent hard work and kept in touch with every person in our shul. But also, that we recognize that we need each other. And I feel blessed, I have to tell you. I think Nancy and I feel extraordinarily blessed to have a family in our shul that is so caring and so sensitive that I believe that only bodes well for the future of Beth Sholom. So tonight, when we have the opportunity to extend a recognition to two extraordinary honorees, two families of honorees that really express our sentiment, express our hashkafa, our view of the world, to care about everybody. That's exactly who June Diamond is. She's not just a lawyer, she cares about everybody. And our beautiful, beautiful Stephanie and Tzvi, they embody what Beth Sholom is in terms of wanting to do everything possible to bring people closer to the Jewish people, to the cause that we believe in, and to ultimately improve our shul and our community and Klal Yisrael. So I bless our honorees, and I thank all of you for being with us tonight, and we look forward to going Mechayel El Chayel, from strength to strength. Thank you.
So it's all pretty easy from this point on, as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to introduce two important people. They're going to make the presentations to the respective honorees, and then I'll come back and do some closing remarks. So Nancy Hain, wherever you are, please stand and come forward. And she will give the honoree, June Diamond,
I'll put it on the chair. Yeah. You'll get it. Oh, I need that. Good evening. I want to begin by wishing Mazal Tov to Stephanie and Zvi on this most deserved honor. They are not only the present of Beth Sholom, but also our future. Most of you have never heard me speak at the shul dinner. There's a good reason for that. I never have. There's a better reason for me to speak tonight. Her name is June Diamond. Someone I know has a saying since she became a senior citizen, and I quote, "I don't need any new good friends." I strongly disagree. I've known June and her family, daughters Carrie and her husband Jeff, Melissa, her sister Abigail, and of course I remember with great fondness Jeff Levinson, Olav HaShalom, for all the years that I've been at Congregation Beth Sholom. The extended Diamond Levinson clan has been our Rosh Hashanah family for the past several years, not during COVID, and we hope to keep the tradition going strong. Consider this your official invite for the first night. June is a new good friend, and I am much the better for it. We talk during our special get-togethers, which usually involve food and are always great fun. She's a wonderful listener, unparalleled in her brilliant mind and sage advice, and so deserving of recognition for her devotion and commitment to our shul. Her expertise has been invaluable in the many areas where her legal skills have been crucial to Beth Sholom's success. Her countless friends here tonight know of what I speak. We wish June and her family many more years with the Beth Sholom and Hain families. In Perkei Avot, Ethics of the Fathers, Perek Aleph, Mishnah Vav, it says, Kanei lecha Rav, Asei lecha Rav, Kanei lecha Chaver. Get yourself a teacher, acquire a friend. With June, I got 2 for 1. Come on up. Presented to June Diamond, Distinguished Service Award, Congregation Beth Sholom, Lawrence, New York, 68th Annual Dinner, June 14th, 2021, Dalet Tammuz, Tuf Shin Pei Aleph.
Ladies, turn this way for you.
Oh, sure. Great, great, great.
Thank you to my dear friend and Rebbitzin Nancy for that, okay? For that somewhat over-the-top introduction. I promise we didn't compare notes beforehand. But more for being not just my Rebbitzin, but my friend. I cherish the friends made when young, and I've been lucky enough to keep a lot of them to this day. But those acquired later on are often the most valuable and dearest. For me, there have been a few of those. Nancy is one, a very special one. Where did she go? Oh. Speaking of lifetimes ago, my very first time in Congregation Beth Sholom was in June 1959. Undoubtedly before many of you were born, for Joel Clapperman's bar mitzvah. Joel, as Mimi Bernstein Feiner and actually Rabbi Kalish, for those of you who know him, were classmates of mine at High. Even though the shul in 1959 was not quite as magnificent as it is now, I was awestruck. Beth Sholom seemed a palace, especially in comparison to the modest and nascent conservative shul in Island Park that my father tried tirelessly to make at least conservadox, or the Young Israel in Long Beach, where we switched. Then in one of those old, big Long Beach porched houses to which we had to trek across the Long Beach Bridge. Did I ever think Beth Sholom would be my shul for just about all my adult life? Or that I would find myself standing here, being honored at an annual dinner? I think I sooner would have thought it was more likely I'd be an astronaut, though I'm not sure in 1959 there were astronauts yet. Several years later, in 1973, when Jeffrey, Carrie, Melissa, and I moved to Cedarhurst, even if there were other choices for a shul to join, there really weren't, not for us, and we stayed for nearly 50 years now. Over the time, we've seen a lot of changes in Beth Sholom, like the now distant memory of a CBS Hebrew school. Where's Barry? There was a Hebrew school where Carrie attended for several years before going to Hillel. And believe it or not, there was a Beth Sholom Girl Scout troop led by Beverly Lowenthal. And the first bat mitzvah at Beth Sholom was Carrie's, marked by a drasha at a shalosh shudas. But then there was the berating I got from an emissary of Rabbi Clapperman for not wearing a head covering in shul on Shabbos. I guess I've always been a bit of a maverick. That wonderful lady is here tonight. I don't know if she remembers that. And how about the adult Purim costume parties? We haven't seen any of those for a few years. And then again, getting a real mechitza. That was surely a change to remember. But despite some of the differences of opinion, Beth Sholom has always been a diverse congregation. For the most part, tolerant of personal differences, differences in beliefs and observance and depth of knowledge. I believe at its core, it still is, and hope, as more changes come along, and it seems they're in the offing, it can continue to be so. These days, maybe more than any others during our lives in this very insular community, we need to do that and not splinter into adverse camps, left and right, Republican and Democrat, old and young, liberal and conservative, but respect and tolerate, even welcome these differences. I thank you all for being here this evening, especially my fellow Beth Sholom members, for keeping Beth Sholom vibrant and strong and still diverse. Most of all, however, I thank Carrie. Where is she? Who makes it possible for me to do whatever good I do. I truly could not function without her. And Jeff, her husband, not Jeffrey, for letting her do so. And to my hero, Melissa. Miriam Chaya, I am in awe of her strength, confidence, capabilities, and fortitude. I pray and believe she will have a refuah shlema. Thank you all.
Congratulations, June. So I think I'm good enough at this public speaking to know when I should not speak again. That was a wonderful tribute to June and from June. Kol hakavod, mazel tov. So in addition to Rabbi Hain, we are blessed to also have an assistant rabbi named Avi Miller. Avi Miller. In his soft-spoken, quiet way, he distinguishes himself in everything he does. And I think if I were a junior honoree, I think I would like to have Rabbi Miller make the presentation to me. Rabbi Avram Miller.
Great. Despite Ben's joking earlier, our young leadership honorees, Stephanie and Tzvi Kaplan, have been fixtures of our shul for many, many years now, even as newlyweds, still living in the city. They would come nearly every Shabbos, not just simply to visit their family, but because they absolutely love our shul. Stephanie, as many of you know, grew up in this shul. She's the daughter of doctors Lisa and Sheldon Feit. And like her parents, she and Tzvi are extraordinarily dedicated to Beth Sholom, giving so much of their time and their energy. Stephanie is active in the sisterhood and has helped organize, among many, many things, the Women's Monthly Torah Learning Series. Tzvi and Stephanie have planned so many young membership events, Shabbos dinners and lunches and wine tastings. Just a few weeks ago, Tzvi had this idea of doing a Shavuos midnight barbecue. And just like that, he planned it, and it was a tremendous success. And I'm not even joking when I tell you that he planned this barbecue while in Mexico, on vacation. That's how much he cares about our shul. Tzvi has been working behind the scenes, revamping our shul website. Tzvi does a lot behind the scenes, and yet he's also willing to take center stage when need be. Like over one Yontif, during the peak of COVID, when he was literally the last Kohen standing. the only Kohen present to duchen for us in the main minyan, to bless us when no one else was there, no other Kohen was there, and boy, was it the performance of a lifetime. But I think back to that moment because it perfectly encapsulates not only what a hard and strange year it's been for all of us, but just how blessed we all are to have people in our shul, in our community, like Tzvi and like Stephanie, who are always there for the shul when we need them, when called upon, when no one else is there, when no one else is willing to stand up. There's Tzvi and there's Stephanie. What I admire most, perhaps, about Tzvi and Stephanie is their vision and their commitment to bringing our entire diverse shul together as one, upstairs and downstairs, the young, the not so young, and truly making Beth Sholom the very, very special place that we all know it to be, warm and vibrant and inviting and multi-generational and family-friendly and fun. And speaking of multi-generational, I would be remiss if I also didn't mention their two daughters, Hallie and Madeline. As was already mentioned, even if you don't know Tzvi and Stephanie, you surely know Hallie. She is an honorary member of our welcoming committee here at Beth Sholom, greeting everyone, her parents' friends, her grandparents' friends, always saying good Shabbos to the rabbis, always kissing the Sefer Torah, and it's a tribute to her parents, to Tzvi and Stephanie. It's really just a wonderful night to be able to celebrate a family that has 3 generations of Beth Sholom. Stephanie and Tzvi don't look for honors or acknowledgement, but really none could be more deserving than them. So I'm thrilled to present Tzvi and Stephanie with the Beth Sholom Young Leadership Award. May you go Michael Achael, strength to strength.
Oh man, thank you.
Nice. Try not to drop it. Presented to Stephanie and Tzvi Kaplan, the Young Leadership Award. I'll take it.
I got this. Okay. Hi, everyone. All right, we good. Okay, well, thank you, Rabbi Miller, so much for that lovely and thoughtful introduction. We're so lucky to count you and Sarah as spiritual leaders and great friends. Thank you, Rabbi Hain, and the rest of the rabbinical leadership, the executive board, the staff, and everyone who made this dinner possible, of course, including Melody and the rest of the dinner committee. We would also like to wish a big mazel tov to our fellow honoree June.
Thank you to everyone for being here tonight, and thank you to everyone watching at home, including my parents, Sherry and Mark Kaplan, who are in Los Angeles and couldn't be here in person. And thank you to Congregation Beth Sholom of Lawrence, which this year chose all of its honorees from a single street in Cedarhurst.
So I never actually chose Beth Sholom, but I've been a member at Beth Sholom for 26 years. I first started davening here when I was 5 years old, the same age our older daughter Hallie is now. I remember my brother's bris and how exciting it was that I got to sit on the stage. I remember Rabbi Haynes smiling at me, and I remember that being a really special moment. Fast forward 26 years later, and now Hallie, who has more confidence than I did at 5 years old, marches up to the stage every Shabbos to say hi to Rabbi Hain and our president Barry Gervich, and sneaks behind the curtain to give the Torah a kiss.
I also never actually chose Beth Sholom. The first time I davened at CBS was the first weekend I ever spent in the 5 towns. Steph had invited a group of friends for Shabbos, and I was lucky enough to make the cut. On Shabbos morning, I remember Alan Heller giving me, Galila, and my friend Hagba only to let us know when we made it to the bima that we were the only two guys in shul without a tie. Clearly, much has changed since then. This was quite a contrast to my Los Angeles upbringing. I'd grown up davening at a Karlbach shtibel that met only on Shabbos in a karate studio. Just like Beth Sholom, we sang and danced to every prayer, and services were about 4 hours long. Davening in a karate studio, I didn't have a true sense of community. It wasn't until Stephanie and I moved here to the Five Towns, after spending 4 years on the Upper West Side, where we never joined a shul or found a real sense of place, that I began to understand the importance of a shul. CBS isn't just the place we go every week to daven, it's the backbone of our entire lives in the Five Towns. It's where we see our friends every week, it's where we meet new people, it's where we draw support, and it's where we find a sense of purpose and meaning.
So throughout my whole life, I always saw my parents involved in shul, sometimes to a questionable extent. Anyone who has ever received a 3 a.m. email from my mother about driving someone to a doctor's appointment knows what I'm talking about. And if you have not yet received that email, please speak to her tonight. She could use more drivers. I remember thinking how crazy it was that my parents were spending so much time on Bikur Cholim, planning events, attending board meetings. I didn't understand why they did it. I just knew that, participating in your shul and giving your time to better the community was something you do. What I understand now is that they did it for us. They spent all of that time to make this shul and this community a better place for their children. And now it's our turn. Tzvi and I truly believe that for Beth Sholom to grow and continue to shine as a beacon of modern orthodoxy in this community, it's time for the next generation to put in the work to make this shul and this community the best place it can be to raise our children. We're very excited about the future. We're excited to see our daughters, Hallie and Madeline, raised as children of Congregation Beth Sholom. We're sad to see the end of Rabbi Haynes' tenure, and we'll miss having him up there smiling at us every week. But we're excited to see where the shul is going to take us and where we are going to help take the shul.
Neither of us chose Beth Sholom, but we continue to choose Beth Sholom week after week, and hopefully for many years to come in the future. Thank you.
Congratulations, Stephanie and Tzvi. Just a point of clarification, Rabbi Haynes not going anywhere. He's got at least another year after this year, and then we'll negotiate. So before we call up Shai Gassner to draw the raffles, I just want to close on a serious, hopeful note. This has been an interesting year for many of us, and it's been, on balance, I think, a good year. We're all together again, having lived through this horrific period that no one ever thought we would be exposed to. And a lot of good things have happened, and we also took some hits. We just lost, unfortunately, Irving Schlessel, one of the great men of this shul, Olav Shalom. I think he's looking down at us, and I think he is smiling broadly because he, too, lived for his shul. And, on the other hand, we also gained a number of new children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. So on balance, we did okay. And I don't want people who lost a family member to get mad at me because I didn't mention their family member. I lose track. Irving Schlessel is still raw, and it's still a serious loss. So forgive me for mentioning his name, and I think many of you who knew him share in those feelings. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call on Shai Gassner. I wish all of you good luck. I wish all of you success in the year ahead, and hopefully, Be'ezrat Hashem, we'll see you next year. Maybe inside, but this is nice. Okay.
I can't wait to pull Ben's name out of the Justin Bieber winner. I'm supposed to have a bowl. Which is which? Well, which is Israel?
You're going to have to just close your eyes.
Okay. The first raffle tonight is for the lucky winner, 2 round-trip tickets to Israel. My name's in here. I really wish there was a waiter who's going to pull this for me. I've been told by Barry that only one family wins per evening. Is that correct, Barry? Okay. Dina Palevsky. Dina.
Wow, I never win.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Chaya. Okay. The next, all the rest come from here? Okay. Okay, who here has seen Hamilton? You're disqualified. Barry, come here. No, Shai Gassner got it. I am disqualifying myself. Oh. Now, I have to tell you a funny story. Several years ago, I was on the executive board of our Shara Muncie, and the first prize was a year's free tuition. I pulled my own name. I disqualified myself. That was like 10 grand. Okay. Glenn Hirsch. Glenn is not here. I will accept it on his behalf. Hamilton tickets. Okay. Glenn Hirsch, Hamilton tickets. All right. Ben, I'm rooting for you. Where are you? Bieber. Manny Adler. I hope Manny's a Bieber fan. Manny is not here tonight. Excuse, I can't read. Chani Adler. Who knows? Ah, Chani. Oh, Chani. I know it's Chani. Okay. We got you. Michael has your tickets. Okay. All right, the next. U.S. Open. Everybody likes a good tennis match. All right. Whoops, I picked up 2. Can I read it?
You can't read. Selwyn Carp.
Selwyn Carp. Whoa. Selwyn's going to the U.S. Open, and they're good tickets. Okay. Thank you to Iris and Sholom Maidenbaum, who've donated Mets and Yankee tickets. Okay. The first one is for the Mets in alphabetical order. Melody Scharf. Which lucky grandkids are going to get those? Okay. Yankees. Eric Sternberg. Eric.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay. Last but not least, a Derek Jeter signed plaque. Ooh. New York Yankees free agent report.
Bonnie Adler.
Connie Adler. Well, a minute, but she won. Excuse me. Excuse me. She can't win twice. Sorry about that, Connie. She could choose. Let me think about that. Okay. Susan Nuremberg. Is Susan here this evening? Okay. It will be held for Susan in a locked vault. All right. I think that's it. No more giveaways. Thank you, everybody.
בוא תן להרים את הווליום, תיתן לרמקול לעבוד. תגיד לי בני תן לי לרקוד, לעוף כמו ציפור, להיות למעלה דקה לגעת באור. אולמות ענקים עוד נמלא כל החיקויים נתתן נהנה מהמוזיקה העולם ייהנה ולא יהיה אחד שלא יזוז איתה תחכה. מדינה 578 מאתגר את הרגש עם חוויות חדשות. אם האש מתפרצת אני מדליק לנרות, נותן למוזה את המקום וממלא את הפקודות. אז קבל עוד דיסול, לא כמה זה קל ליזום על טריול, לא תפלו משוכלל, עולה על המייק, רוכב על הגל, the way that I like it, subliminal.
כל יום הולכת וחוזרת, מה לא תגידי שלום, שלום. היא התחילה לעשן, אמרתי די, אמרה לי כן, 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 כבר לא הבחורה שלך, אז תתקדם בבקשה. היא רק שותה וגם מעשנת, נראה לי משהו ישתחרר. אתמול היה טוב, אמר שלמה המלך, אז מי אני שאדבר? גם כלום כבר לא עוזר. מגיעה עם חברות שלה, בסך הכל עברו חודשיים, עוד לא לקחת את הדברים שלה. תראי אותי אני על הברכיים, יאללה, עושה יאללה. מה יהיה איתה, מה יהיה איתכם, מה זה? תגידו מה זה? היא כל היום רוצה רק לבלות.
Dale, chiquita, dale, chiquitito, uno.
אמרה לי מה מדי תפסיק להתקשר כי נגמר כבר התקדמתי בחיים ואתה סתם אותם אמר זה אמר. שמי התחלתי למלצר ובלילות אני עובד שומר, תיזהרי זה לא יפה כי עוד שנייה ואת עושה קפה. חכי תראי עוד היום יגיע, אומרים שיש לי פוטנציאל, בחוף של מוש שימרתי כבטיח, עוד נראה את המונדיאל ונסתכן על הספסל. עוד שלך, בסך הכל עברו חודשיים, עוד לא לקחת את הדברים שלך. תראי אותי אני על הברכיים, יאללה, עושה לי יאללה. תגידו מה יהיה איתה, מה יהיה איתכן בנות, מה זה? תגידו מה זה? היא כל היום רוצה רק לבלות.
Dale, chiquita, uno.
שמעתי שעושים פה מסיבה בלעדיי, אף אחד לא עושה זה יותר טוב ממני, היי, נשים את הצרות מאחוריי, אני לא הולך עד שכולכם מג'נונים.
היי, שמעתי שהתחלתם בלעדיי, אף אחד לא עושה את זה יותר טוב ממני, היי, הראש כבר מסתובב כולם בהיי, לא נעצור עד שכולכם מג'נונים.
מהפכה של שמחה, כי כולנו משפחה,
ונרקוד בטירוף, כי הגיע הזמן לעוף.
מעכשיו רק שמחה, משקיעה והצליחה,
השתגענו מודים, שותים, כן רוקדים.
People, let me see you move.
All the party people, let me see you move.
All the party people, let me see you move.
All the party people, let me see you move. מהפכה של שמחה, כי כולנו משפחה,
ונרקוד בטירוף, כי הזמן
לעכשיו רק שמחה, משקיעה מהפריחה,
השתגענו מודים, אם שותים,
כן רוקדים.
remixing on the place, kill 'em with the bass.
למרחקים אני ארוץ אחריה, למרחקים שאהבתך כבר עליה, או בשביל הגמד המדבר, אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר.
למרות שהיא עדיין לא שלי, אני יודע שחום באהבה אני אמצא רק אצלה. לא 1 מיליון ולא נעליים, הלוואי היה לי בוסם עם ריח כמו שלה. נמאס לי לפחד מהפחד, כי גם גרביים לא תואמות בסוף יהיו ביחד. אני אתן לה זמן לחלוף, ובשבילה אני אלך עד הסוף.
למרחקים אני ארוץ אחריה, למרחקים שאהבתך כבר עליה, או בשבילה גם עד המדבר אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר. או בשבילה גם עד המדבר אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר. כמה שירים אני אכתוב עליה, כמו עיוור הולך אחריה, בדרך לסהרה, על הגב גיטרה, עושה את כל הדרך כדי לשמוע את השערה. רכב לא מניע, תקוע בפרקים, וואלה אם צריך אז גם למרחקים אני ארוץ אחריה, למרחקים שאהבתך כבר עליה, או בשבילה גם עד המדבר אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר. או בשבילה גם עד המדבר אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר. נמאס לי להתגעגע, רוצה להיות קרוב אליה, כי מי אני כבר בלעדיה. נמאס לי להתגעגע, רוצה להיות קרוב אליה, כי מי אני כבר בלעדיה. בשבילה גם עד המדבר אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר. או בשבילה גם עד המדבר אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר. אני שום דבר, אני שום דבר, אני שום דבר, אני שום דבר. מצאתי את עצמי לבד, משתעמם, פתאום הטלפון התחיל לצלצל, ועל הקו חבר אבק שמתחתן לו, מזכיר בסוף שבוע אל תתבלבל. סגרנו את המריות, הכל כבר מקורטס, בדרך לרומניה אף פעם לא נמאס. ואם את קצת כועסת עליי זה לא נורא, זה לא חבר זה אח שלי ואין לי שום ברירה. בוקרשט, it's the time of your life. בוקרשט, את עצמנו נשכח, איך כל פעם מתרגש מחדש. I never forget you, אני מטושטש. בוקרשט, אמירן, no more back. הלילה אין אחד שמאושר ממני, תמיד מוקף ב5 חברים, בדרך לבמבוש שיירה של רכבים. הלילה נשמח את כל הרומנים, וכאן הבקבוקים כולם יורדים במנופים. בבוקרשט חביבי חיים משוגעים. בוקרשט, it's the time of your life. בוקרשט, את עצמנו נשכח, איך כל פעם מתרגש מחדש. I never forget you, אני מטושטש. בוקרשט, it's the time of your life. בוקרשט, את עצמנו נשכח, איך כל פעם מתרגש מחדש. I never forget you, אני מטושטש. בוקרשט, 0, 5, 11, 8, אבירם, no more bet.
כבר סוף שבוע